Hi guys, this is Miss Mendoza. Welcome back to digital lesson number 20. Today we are going to be reviewing comparing fractions. And just remember, the math digital lessons are going to be a lot shorter now. I'm just going to review a skill and then we're going to go straight to the DOL. Okay, let's begin. Materials needed for this lesson are 2 sheets of paper and a pencil. Your learning objective. Today I will compare fractions with unlike denominators. Vocabulary. Fraction is part of a whole unit. Numerator, part of a certain number of units. Denominator, the total number of units that make up a fraction. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you 2 strategies for comparing fractions. I'm going to show you or review the cross multiplying method. I'm also going to show you the draw a model method or strategy. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to compare the fractions 2/3 and 3/4. So to do this, I am going to cross multiply 3 by 3 and 4 times 2. First, I'm going to multiply 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 2 is 8. So if I look at this, the number 9 represents the fraction 3/4, and the number 8 represents the fraction 2/3. So 9 is greater than 8. So 3/4 is greater than 2/3. I can also use models to compare these two fractions. I have the fraction 2/3 and I have the fraction 3/4 there. And if I look at these models, I see that 3/4 is slightly bigger than 2/3. Okay, let's go to example number 2. I'm going to compare the fractions 1/2 and 2/4. First, I'm going to use the cross multiplying method. And I'm going to multiply 2 times 2. Then I'm going to multiply 4 times 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. If I look at these fractions, the 4 represents the fraction 1/2, and the 4 represents the fraction 2/4. 4 and 4 are equal, so these fractions are equivalent. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw some models. I have the model 2/4 there, and I have the model 1/2 there. If I look at these models, both of these models are exactly half shaded, so these fractions are equal. Let's go to example number 3. Now I'm going to compare the fractions 4/6 and 5/9. First, I'm going to use the cross multiplying method, then I'm going to draw models. First, I'm going to multiply 6 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. Then I'm going to multiply 9 times 4. 9 times 4 is 36. 36 represents the fraction 4/6. 30 represents the fraction 5/9. 36 is greater than 30. So the fraction 4/6 is greater than the fraction 5/9. Now I'm going to draw models. I have the fraction 4/6 there, and I have the fraction 5/9. If I look at these two models, I see that 4/6 is slightly bigger than 5/9. Okay, let's go to example number 4. I'm going to compare the fractions 3/5 and 2/3. First, I'm going to use the cross multiplying method, and then I'm going to go ahead and draw my models. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 represents the fraction 3/5. 10 represents the fractions 2/3. 10 is greater than 9, so the fraction 2/3 is greater than the fraction 3/5. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw my models. I have 3/5 there, and I have 2/3 there. So if I look at these models, I see that 2/3 is slightly bigger than 3/5. Once again, 2/3 is greater than 3/5. Let's go to our next example. Now I'm going to compare the fractions 1/3 and 4/5. First, I'm going to use the cross multiplying method, then I'm going to draw my models. 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 represents the fraction 1/3. 12 represents the fraction 4/5. 12 is bigger than 5, so 4/5 is greater than 1/3. Now I'm going to draw my models. I have the model 1/3 there, and here I have the model 4/5. If I look at these models, I see that 4/5 is a lot bigger than 1/3. It is now time to do your DOL. Remember that these lessons are a lot shorter because basically now we're going to review everything that you learned throughout the year. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get your paper ready. Go ahead and put your name, date, and title on your paper. Your title is going to be Comparing Fractions, and go ahead and number your papers, number 1 through 10. I'm going to give you, once again, 30 seconds to get your paper ready. For question number 1, I want you to compare the fractions 4/7 and 5/10. You can use the cross multiplying method or you can draw models, whatever works best for you. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to complete this question. Go! Question number 2. I want you to compare the fractions 8/9 and 7/8. You can use the cross multiplying method or you can draw a model. Go! For question number 3, I want you to compare the fractions 4/9 and 2/3. You can use the cross multiplying method or you can draw a model. Go! Question number 4. I want you to compare the fractions 1/2 and 6/12. You can do the cross multiplying method or you can draw a model. Go! For question number 5, I want you to compare the fractions 2/3 and a 12. Once again, you can use the cross multiplying method or you can draw models. You have 30 seconds. Go. Question number 6. I want you to compare the fractions 3/5 and 6/12. You can use the cross multiplying method or you can draw models. Go. For question number 7, I want you to compare the fractions 9/14 and 3/4. You can use the cross multiplying method or you can draw models. Go. Question number 8. I want you to compare the fractions 1/4 and 3/12. You can use the cross multiplying method or you can draw models. Go. Question number 9. I want you to compare the fractions 5/6 and 2/9. You can use the cross multiplying method or you can draw models. Go. Finally, question number 10, I want you to compare the fractions 1/5 and 4/20. You can use the cross multiplying method or you can draw models. Go. Congratulations, you have now completed digital lesson number 20. Please be sure to send me a picture of your DOL. Remember to take care, and until the next lesson, bye.